Ooh. Yeah.
Hey, Ryan.
What? Oh, hey. Just getting my workout in. You know, I'm trying to keep slim during I guess get slim during the whole quarantine. And I realize it's way easier to push this down than it is to push me up.
So you're getting creative with your workout.
Exactly.
Good, that's what this season is all about, getting all creative.
This is episode 3 of Rancho Kids Online, and I am super excited. The first 2 have been amazing, and I think the third one might be even more better.
I really think we should fasten up. I really think we need to buckle up because
for safety?
we don't even know what's coming today.
Hold on to your hats,
kids.
kids.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
It's gonna be fun. We have worship. We have a message. We have some super fantastic stuff that we're gonna do, and we have a really, really fun game that I think the kids will have a blast playing. But before we get to that, there's some people I need to say hi to because that church I told you about in Oregon, they tuned in this last week. They loved it. So I do want to say hi to a few of our family friends. So the Utu kids, we got Akila and Tassi and Melosi, and I know there's some other ones, but they're too old. And the Beal kids, what is happening? Levi, Jeremiah, Audrey, hi. Thank you for tuning in. Emmy, I didn't forget you. You're just kind of old. And I've heard rumors that we are going worldwide, international.
Oh my goodness. Yes, well, we're home and we can't travel much. I'm telling you, by the magic of the internet, we are moving into countries, new countries, you guys.
Oh, this is exciting. We're crossing borders.
My shout out is coming at you in the form of a geography lesson. So, Ryan, do you know what the second largest country on the planet is?
Of course I do.
What?
Tasmania.
Not even close. Not even.
Well,
No,
you put me on the spot and I panicked and I thought of the guy from the Warner Brothers cartoons.
So I'm thinking maybe you need to join your kids in homeschooling. That could be good.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me. That's fine with me.
So,
hanging out with the kids.
The correct answer, my friends, is Canada.
Canada?
Yes, Canada's joining us.
That's where you're from.
It is.
Oh my goodness!
So they're exceptional.
Why don't you tell us a little something about this place in Canada? Tell us all about it. Am I saying that right?
Wait, first of all, can you find it on the map?
Of course I can find it.
No.
No.
All right.
No.
All right.
Okay.
You guys,
it's above America. I know that.
We've got Annabelle and Sophie and Naomi and kids from Olivet Baptist Church joining us from Westport, Ontario. We're so thrilled you're here.
We truly are excited to have you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tell your friends. We are going to have so much fun, but I do know that we have worship coming right now. And worship has been a blast for us. We have gotten down and gotten busy in our living room, just going, just doing our thing.
It's called the worship workout. That is
love
exactly what it is. And you guys, today's worship, we got 2 new songs. It's all about God's love. And here's my question, Ryan. Does God love us because we're good all the time?
Honestly, if that was the terms by which he loved us, we would be doomed. So no, I'm gonna say the answer is no, he doesn't love us just because we're good.
And you know what? That is the good news. That is the best news because his love is unconditional. And unconditional is just a big way of saying that he loves us all the time, no matter what. His love is unstoppable. And you know what, Ryan? We got a couple songs about it.
I bet we do. So why don't you tell them the names of these songs while I loosen up?
All right, guys, we've got No Other Love because there's just no other love like God's love for us.
That's true.
And we've got Never Ever Gonna Be, as in never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me.
Ooh, I like it. Kids,
all right,
get ready because here it comes.
Your love is patient, your love is kind. You always break through for this heart of mine. Your love is pure like the morning light. There's no one like you that can give me life. And when my heart is broken from so many times I've loved and lost, you sew me back together carefully, wonderfully, fearfully. No other love is like your love, 'cause you gave your everything for me. You are my heart right from the start, and you hold me for eternity. No other love, no other love, no other love, no other love. Your love's divine and mysterious, and it's in the sense that you understand. Forever holding me within your hands. I feel my heart is reaching when I get a glimpse of who you are. You made this soul to love you carefully, wonderfully, fearfully. No other love is like your love, 'cause you gave your everything for me. You are my heart right from the start, and you hold me for eternity. No other love, no other love, no other love, no other Nothing else will do, nothing else but you, nothing else, nothing else. There's no place I can hide that your love cannot find. You run after me, you run after me. There's no place I can hide that your love cannot find. You run after me, you run after me. No other love is like your love, 'cause you gave your everything for me. You are my heart right from the start, and you hold me for eternity. No other love, no other love, no other I could sing about every blessing, name them all one by one. I could sing about the way you love me better than anyone. I could sing about the things you give, like friends and family. So let's start singing, never stop singing. Everybody sing with me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love. I could sing about the life you give to me every brand new day, and every heartbeat is a chance to sing, a reason to give you praise. I could sing about how you give me everything I ever need. So let's keep singing, never stop singing. Everybody sing with me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love. I can see about the peace you give to me when I feel alone, and how you're always there to lift me up when I'm feeling low. I can sing because I know your love will ever and always be. It's why I'm singing, I'll never stop singing. Everybody sing with me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love.
cease to amaze me. It's like every week you bring new songs.
So much fun, and I'm gonna say we love worshiping in your living rooms. It's one of my favorite places
Did
to
you
worship.
invite yourself in, or did they just let you in?
They all just let me in.
Fantastic. And kids, we love the fact that you are up off your couches boogieing with us, but we also know that some of you might be a little holding back. I don't know, what do you think?
It's true, and you know what? This counts as PE.
Ooh.
So let's get up, guys.
Get
let's
up.
move.
Get going, worship, and have fun, because this is what this video is all about. Giving you a chance to hear some wonderful truth about God and some fun, which reminds me that we have a game coming up. You will need supplies. Get it? I said it like I was saying surprise, but you'll need supplies for this game. This game, get a sheet of paper and number it 1, 2, 3, 4. That's easy. This next part requires some creativity on your part. You want to tell
I
them?
think it's fun. We need 4 different colored objects, you guys. We need a green. We need a red. We need a black and
Blue, a blue one.
Blue.
And ideally you want them to be about this size. So if you have Legos, I mean even smaller would be better. Legos are great. Marker caps are great. Crayons.
Yep.
You know, whatever you need
banana?
to do to find something creative.
That's yellow.
But if you need to get those now and then pause it, because in a moment here, the Animoji, host of this game show, is gonna be explaining the rules to you. It's gonna be fun. And basically, all they have to do is rank them. That's the name of the game. It's called Rank 'em. Get ready. It's gonna be fun. Here we go.
Good morning and a hearty howdy doody to each and every one of you tuning in here today. I'd like to welcome you to the game called Rank 'em, the game where you take things and, you rank 'em. My name is Steve Stevenson and I am super duper excited to be your host. Right about now, it's the time where I'm gonna teach you the rules. So if you're ready, grab a hold of something tightly because these rules are gonna be coming fast and furious right your way, kids. Here they come. Alrighty, kiddos, each and every round of Rank 'em is gonna start with 4 colors in each corner, just like the objects you picked out earlier. We've got red, blue, green, and black. Now, what you need to pay attention to is the object that corresponds to each color. In this first example, you'll see that the lovely Lady Liberty is matched up with the color blue. We've got the world's tallest redwood matched up with green. We've got LeBron James times 50. That's right, 50 LeBron James with red. And finally, we've got the Empire State Building with black. Now, each and every round of Rank 'em, Uncle Stevie will give you a prompt as to how you need to rank each item. In this example, the question is simple. Which one of these do you think is the tallest? Why don't you put that one at number 1 and put the shortest at number 4? That's right, your job is to rank them from tallest to shortest. Okie dokie, kiddos. Let's just say that you've come to the conclusion that the lovely Lady Liberty must be the tallest of the 4 objects. Then what you'll do is you'll take the blue marker you have, which is the color that corresponds with her, and you'll put it at number 1 because you think she's the tallest. And then let's say you're not so sure about the old redwoods and the Empire State Building, but you're pretty confident that 50 LeBron James is still shorter than any of these objects. Well, then you take his red marker and put him at the 4 spot. And now you're left with your final decision. Which marker will you put at the number 2 spot? Will it be the green marker for the redwoods, or will it be the black marker for the Empire State Building? In your case, you decided that the redwoods were taller, and so you put the green in the 2 spot and the black in the 3 spot. Alrighty, now that our sheet is filled out and in order, it's time to see just how well we did. So what I'll do at this point is reveal the actual answers. During the game, I'll build suspense by showing you one at a time, but for the sake of just getting this whole example thing done with, I'm gonna show all 4 to you right now. Here they are, kids. It looks like we didn't do great. But don't worry, this is just the example round. As you can tell, you missed all of them except 1. Which means that you would have got 1 point for that round, but it's just a practice round, so you don't get to keep that point. I'm keeping an eye on you guys with the sticky fingers. But I will tell you this, kids. When you get points in the rounds, you're going to want to keep track of each and every one of them because they're completely and totally worthless. Alrighty, kiddos. That's enough time explaining. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty and take a look at our first slide. Well, looky here, kids. It looks like our first round's gonna deal with fun-sized candy packages. Here's the prompt. You need to rank these candies in order of which one has the most grams of sugar, all the way down to which one has the least in a fun-sized package. The most at 1 and the least at 4. The clock is ticking. boy, is this nerve-wracking. Kids, if you haven't already locked in your final answers, you're gonna wanna do that right now, because in about 5 seconds, you're gonna see the answer to number 4. Unless, of course, you decide to pause the game, which is completely and totally legal. Feel free to do so if needed. Oh my goodness, kids, would you look at that? Coming in at number 4 with 11 grams, that's 100 grand. One of my favorite candy bars. But let's see what's third. Oh my goodness, a classic M&M's with 13 grams. Now kids, this is the moment. Which one's first? Which one's second? Drum roll, please. Hit those legs for me. And oh my goodness, a shocker. The Skittles are the number 1 highest grams of sugar. Jen Beaver's gonna be heartbroken to know that her favorite candy is so full of sugar. Wowee, kiddos, that was an incredible round. I personally am exhausted. Kids, if you need to take a break here and hydrate, I recommend you do that because it only gets more intense from here. Let's see our next slide. Wowee, would you look at that, kiddos? It looks like we've got some animals, and the prompt for these animals is simple. Which of these animals travels the fastest? Now I know that some of them are in the air, and some of them are on the ground, and some of them are in the ocean, but you need to figure out which one has the highest top speed. Is it the cheetah in the upper left? Is it the peregrine falcon next to him? Or down in the corner, could it possibly be the hummingbird? And last but not least, the black marlin in the bottom right. Good luck, kiddos. Alright kids, I know you're frantically working, and I do want to let you know that in a couple seconds we're going to reveal the answers again, but I do need to take this time to remind you that you, my friends, are in control of the pause button. So if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you need more time, go ahead and click that pause because we are about to reveal number 4 in 3, 2, 1. Would you look at that, kiddos? The hummingbird comes in at a respectable 4th place, but this next one might shock you. That's right, the cheetah only got 3rd place, which means the black marlin and the peregrine falcon are fighting it out for 1 and 2. Let's see who the winner is. Once again, kids, give me that drum roll. Wow, would you look at that? The peregrine falcon blows away the competition at 3 times the top speed of the black marlin. Kids, how did you do? If you happen to struggle that round, don't fret, you've got time to turn the ship around, and if you did well that round, well, take it from me, you gotta be humble, because I'm telling you, pride comes before primping in the dictionary. That's right, kiddos, wisdom from Uncle Steve. Let's take a look at what the next round holds for us. Jeepers creepers, kiddos, what a random group of objects. I'm telling you, kids, it looks like a garage sale vomited all over my screen. Don't judge me. Yes, I have bought Labradoodles at garage sales. But let's get down to business, kids. This one comes down to simply a matter of weight. Your job, kiddos, is to put the heaviest at number 1 and the lightest at number 4. But there's multiples of each item. The Vespa scooter in the upper left, the blue object. Go ahead and calibrate the weight of 3 of those. And then the Razor scooter in the upper right, I don't know, 135, how's that sound? And the basketballs, let's do 500 NBA basketballs. And last but not least, those adorable Labradoodles, let's do 16 of those. Golly gee, kiddos, this has got to be one of the toughest rounds of Rankum I've ever seen, but I believe that you are up to the task. So let's go, kids, start ranking. And it looks like we're about to get into the results, but first let me take a second and remind you, kiddos, that the pause button is like extra strength deodorant. If you need it, please don't hesitate to use it. But let's go ahead and move forward, okay? Let's look. Oh, at number 4, would you take a look at that? It's the Razor scooter, and I'm getting word from one of my producers that 110 of those scooters have already broken. I'm just saying, they're poorly made. All right, let's look at number 3. It's the basketballs, kiddos. Wowee! Who'd have thought that 500 of something could be so low on this list? But kids, we're getting to the top 2. So once again, let's get those hands a patting. Drum roll. Brrr, oh my goodness, to the dog lovers in the room, your dreams have come true. The Labradoodles take it home at number 1 with the 3 Vespas coming in at number 2. What an incredible round. Golly gee, what a round of Rankum. Kids, how did you do that round? Did you do well? If so, why don't you get up and do a happy dance and show the world how proud you are of yourself? And if you struggled, Don't you worry, kiddos. We've got a couple more rounds. In fact, we're gonna jump into one right now. And would you look at that? It looks like some sort of locations. Oh my goodness, have you ever wanted to go to any one of these places? Well, if so, I've got some airline prices for you, and your job is to try your best to rank them. That's right, kiddos. This round, our incredibly cruel producers are asking young children to rank the pricing of round-trip airfare from San Diego, California to one of these 4 locations. It looks like we've got New York, New York in the upper left. We've got Honolulu, Hawaii in the upper right. In the bottom left, oh, that's Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And finally, in the bottom right, we've got British Columbia. That's right, Vancouver, British Columbia, kiddos. I'm sure each and every one of you elementary school-aged kiddos know exactly how much these flights are, so this should be an easy round for you. So let's rank them from most expensive at number 1 all the way down to least expensive at number 4. Start ranking. Have you ever thought to yourself, boy oh boy, kittens have got the most adorable paws? Well, I'm telling you, if you're stressed out right now, there's a far more adorable paws button for you to press because we are moving on. Let's see who comes in at number 4. Oh my goodness, it's our neighbors to the north, the Vancouver British Columbians. That means that Canadians aren't just friendly people, but they also offer friendly airline pricing. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to number 3, and would you look at that? It looks like our neighbors from the south just popped up to say hola. That's Cabo San Lucas, Mexico coming in at 3, which means we've got New York and Hawaii battling it out for the top 2 spots. Which one will it be? Drum roll, please. Oh my goodness, aloha means yikes. I am super expensive to travel to. New York comes in at 2nd. What a round of rankum. That was a tough one, kiddos. I can almost guarantee you one of our producers will be fired for doing such an age-inappropriate topic on this show, but let's let bygones be bygones and move to our final round of Rankum. And would you look at that, kiddos? It looks like we've got some cartoons for you to rank this round, which means maybe, just maybe, our producer's job is safe for now. Okay, well listen, this is a bit abnormal, but we're gonna have you rank these cartoons from which one you think is the most annoying to which one is least annoying, but not according to your opinion, according to the opinion of some random people we found online who've already ranked them for us. So kids, most annoying at 1, least annoying at 4. Okay, kiddos, let's take a quick second and review the characters we're ranking. In the upper left-hand corner, we went old school with Scrappy-Doo. In the upper right, that's Dora the Explorer. And in the bottom left, that's Caillou. And in the bottom right, for those of you that don't recognize her, that is Mr. Krabs' daughter, Pearl. So yes, the owner of the Krusty Krabs somehow has a daughter that looks like a hammerhead whale. What do you guys think? Start ranking. Alrighty, it's that time again, kiddos. If you need to hit the pause button, go ahead and do it. But we are moving on. Let's see who comes in at number 4. It's our friend Scrappy-Doo. No big shocker here, kiddos. He may be annoying, but he doesn't hold a candle to the other 3. Now let's see. Coming in at number 3, oh my goodness, it's Pearl Krabs. I'll tell you this, kids, she doesn't say much on that show, but when she does, boy oh boy is it rough to have to listen to. All right, kiddos, and now we're moving on to the final 2 of the entire game. And kids, I'm gonna guess that no one is shocked to find Dora going head-to-head with Caillou at this point. Let's do it, kids. Let's do the drum roll, but let's make it slower and more dramatic. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my goodness, I am shocked. I had all my hopes put on Caillou at number 1, but Dora takes the throne. Congratulations to you, Dora. What a round. Oh, goodness gracious, kiddos. It is time for us to say goodbye. I hope you had a blast playing the game. Seriously, kiddos, take a minute and comment below and let us know how you scored. But for now, I am sad to tell you that Steve Stevenson has got to sign off. Kiddos, until next time, adios.
Pico, pico.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Hey, kiddos! What's happening? These are my friends. This is Pico. Say hi, Pico. Yeah, and that is my friend Theo, which is short for Theodore, which happens to be long for Teddy, because Teddy Bear. Get it? See it?
Is that another dad joke?
It may or may not be. I prefer to call it clever wordplay, right, parents? Am I right? Okay, that's fantastic.
So rank 'em was fun, wasn't
Rank 'em
it?
was fun.
Yes, and if I had to rank your dad jokes, I would put that one in third place.
Really? So there is a top 2, though?
Yes.
See? Silver
Yes.
lining, kids. The good news is your opinion of my dad jokes doesn't hurt me because I know that I'm loved by God thanks to your worship songs.
You're welcome.
And
You're welcome.
the message today talks about the same thing. It talks about this incredibly wonderful fact that we are loved by God in such an amazing, amazing, amazing way.
Wait. So is Nacho coming back?
Nacho, okay, about Nacho, kids. He wanted to be back, but he had some serious luchadoring to do, which is a way of
That
saying...
sounds important.
Yeah, it's something I can't keep him from doing. We
Right.
wouldn't want to do that. We need to let him, get his wiggles out, But I do have another guest host, and he's pretty awesome. So kids, if you're ready, we're gonna get into this week's segment of Well Played, Jesus. I was kind of hoping when I said that you would do it. Let's try that.
okay,
Ready?
okay.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Well played, Jesus.
Look who's back, kiddos. It's me, your friend, Mr. Ryan's Animoji. And once again, I am not alone. I have a special guest host. His name is Gru.
How do you know my name?
Gru, we don't just know your name, we know all about you. We're really big fans.
I don't know who you people think you are.
Whoa, Gru, we are not trying to cause any trouble. Seriously, man, we are just big fans, and I personally am super excited to share this week's Well Played Jesus moment with the kids, with you as my co-host.
Anyway, can we proceed?
All right, let's get into it. But, Gru, if it's cool with you, can we teach the kids a short memory verse before we get into the actual story?
Of course, of course.
Okay, kids, here's today's memory verse. John chapter 11, verse 35. Jesus wept. That's it. That's the entire memory verse.
Seriously?
Yep, 2 words, Jesus wept. That's the memory verse.
Oh, come on. You're kidding, right?
Nope, not kidding. And I would even say that this verse happens to be one of my favorite verses in the entire Bible. And the reason that Jesus is crying is why I love this verse so much.
What is wrong with you?
Calm down, Groot. Please just give me a second to explain why he was crying. And then I think that you'll understand why I think it's so cool. Is that okay?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you, Groot. Listen, in John chapter 11, we meet 3 of Jesus' closest friends. They're actually all siblings, Mary and Martha, and then their brother Lazarus. Now, what's super sad is that Lazarus has just died, and Mary and Martha are devastated.
All right, so what now?
That's exactly what Mary and Martha were thinking. With Lazarus dying, they were in really bad shape because where they lived in the first century, it was what's called a patriarchal society, where the men were the ones that were kind of in charge of everything. And for them as women to have the head of their household, their brother Lazarus, die, they were in really bad shape. But Jesus is about to fix everything.
By definition, it cannot be fixed.
I totally understand why you think it's unfixable. But remember, throughout Jesus' life, he does some amazing miracles. And in this story, he does what might be his most famous one. He raises Lazarus from the dead.
What?
I know, it's hard to believe, right? He was dead for almost 4 days, and then Jesus raises him. It's an incredible story, and it has a very happy ending because, like I said, at the end of the story, Jesus raises Lazarus. So the question is, why on earth did Jesus weep?
Who cares? Let's go.
Groot, we can't go. We haven't even gotten to the well-played Jesus moment. It's the part of the story where we look at what Jesus did and we say, well played, Jesus. And as much as it might surprise you, Jesus raising Lazarus was not that moment.
What?
It's crazy, I get it, but that wasn't the moment. Like I told you earlier, the most important part of this story is the reason why Jesus wept. And I'm about to tell you. Are you ready?
I have pins and needles that I'm sitting on.
So here's what happened. Jesus told Mary and Martha to take him to the tomb of Lazarus. And when they got there, Mary and Martha were weeping uncontrollably. They were heartbroken and sad because their brother had died. And Jesus, even though he was about to raise Lazarus from the dead, he started to weep with them.
Okay, that's weird.
It does seem a little weird. Why would Jesus be crying when he knows he's about to do something incredibly awesome for Mary and Martha?
We will definitely look into that.
Well, Gru and kids, I have looked into it. I've studied this passage a lot, and I have come to a conclusion as to why Jesus was crying, and it's super awesome.
And it is top secret, and you may not tell anybody.
No, it's not top secret. It's something we should shout from the rooftops. Jesus wept with Mary and Martha because he loves them and cares about them and has compassion for them. Compassion means that he feels what they're feeling, and they were feeling terrible pain. And even though he knew everything was going to work out, he wept with them because it hurt him to see them like that.
I understand.
Gru, why are you sad? The fact that Jesus loves us that much is incredible news.
I'm joking.
Gru, I didn't know you were such a jokester.
I am pretty fun.
Yeah, Gru, you were a whole lot of fun to get to share this message with. Now, kids, it's time for us to go, but before we do, we have to say, well played, Jesus, together. So let's do it at the top of our lungs on the count of 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Well played, Jesus! Thanks, kids. I had a blast. I'll see you next week. Take it easy.
Oh man, Ryan, that is an amazing story. I just love the compassion that Jesus showed there.
It truly is one of those stories that I didn't know that I would love as much as I did, but the more that I read it, the more that I think about it, it is awesome to hear how much he cares about us.
So, I mean, as someone who is, if I'm not between a 4 and a 6 on the emotional scale, I'm crying.
I didn't even know there was an emotional scale, but
oh yeah.
You're saying 7 through 10 you're crying.
Oh yeah,
and
tears
3
of
through 0?
joy, right? And then you don't even want to see me
Interesting.
between 1 and 3. That's the full ugly cry.
I don't think
you know?
anyone has ever seen you there. She's very happy. If you don't know this about her, she's a very cheery person. But it is cool to know that when we weep, God's not up there, just totally not even caring, right?
Right. It goes back to his love for us, that love that we can't even comprehend.
I love it. And during this time, with kind of some weird, crazy stuff going on, I know that some of you guys, it's probably stressful, it's probably a little bit scary. I hope that you are comforted by what that message told us, and that is that Jesus cares about what we're going through.
Absolutely.
So, at my house, we have had some interesting times. Can I be honest and say that we may or may not have had a few tense moments in our house over the line? I know! We've had some great moments, and then it's like, hey, guess what? We're around each other all the time!
Okay, you know what? Since you're being honest, I'm gonna just feel free to be honest and say, you know what? Ditto.
Yes, if your family is
Ditto
having
on
issues,
that.
I don't feel as rotten as I did before. But sincerely, we as a family have had some of the best times. We've played games together. We've had, more meals around a dinner table than we've had in years.
Right?
And it's been great. And I do want to take a moment to appreciate, listen, if you have not appreciated the fact that we are getting quality family time, you need to do that right now. Go ahead. That is the proper amount of time for them to appreciate. It's been great. We need to remember that.
Yes, it's so, okay. Can I just tell you what we did yesterday at my house?
Tell me.
Snail races.
What?
Yeah.
Did
It's a
the
thing.
snails agree to this?
The 4th annual petted snail races, because I don't know if you've noticed, but snails are plentiful right now.
We actually
around
have
us.
noticed that. I have
you?
seen some
Yeah.
random snails in some random spots.
So we collect our snails and then we put them in a circle, and then they,
Who
it's
gets out of
whoever
the
gets
circle?
out. Yeah, and guess mine was named Winner, and Winner actually turned out to be kind of, a loser because he lost.
There is no loser in the snail race, right?
Well, he just slept.
Yeah.
He slept the whole time.
So
He
that
was
sounds like a
celebrating.
winner to me.
Yeah.
That sounds like a winner. I love that you're finding ways to amuse yourself. My family's been doing some things. You were telling me about some girls that go to our church that are doing some amazing
Yes.
things. Why don't you tell the kids about them?
Super purposeful. It's amazing, you guys. Lisi and Emmy are friends here at Rancho.
I know them. They're pretty awesome.
They are rad.
What's the name of their
and
dog? They have that amazing
Skip.
thing. Skipper!
Yes, Skippy.
Skippy!
Skip.
Skipperuno! I have peanut butter, the same name as your dog.
So they have decided that they would like to make cards for our friends at the Senior Living Center that can't have
pretty fun.
family and visitors come in to see them. And so I don't even know what the count is now. Last I heard it was 18 cards they had made.
Like handmade cards for these people.
And they're inviting other kids to be
Wow.
part of this, to be able to share the cards with their friends there.
I
can't
love
have
that.
visitors.
Kids, follow their lead. Find ways to keep yourself busy. And honestly, if you have the opportunity to do so in a way that benefits others, that's even better. It's bonus.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
That that activity that they did, I'm sorry, did you want to say something to the kiddos?
Well, I just
Go ahead,
wanted
yeah.
to say, I know you guys are doing amazing things. I know that there's like a whole plethora.
Oh yes, piñatas.
Yes,
Three
of
amigos.
activities that you guys are doing and the ways that you're entertaining yourselves and big wins. And so if you have some, would you just snap a picture or maybe even just a short video?
Videos would be nice, pictures would be nice, and they send them to kids@rancho.tv.
That's right.
That thing that you're watching right now, kids@rancho.tv.
And then we will share them with other kids so that we can all be inspired, we can all be sharing ideas, and no one will ever get bored, right?
I love it. Now here's the thing. After hearing what those two amazing girls did, it makes me feel a little bit juvenile, which some of you guys may be like, no, Ryan, juvenile, you wouldn't say that. I know you
never.
wouldn't. But some people might be surprised that I'm actually a bit juvenile, and what we have done to amuse ourselves at home is we have done our best impression of one of our favorite YouTube shows, which is Dude Perfect. I know you guys have smashed that like button a few times, but we've been doing trick shots, and we've had some of our friends do trick shots at their house. So
That's
we
awesome.
have decided that this week's That's Fantastic video is gonna be a compilation of some of our trick shots.
Awesome, I can't wait to see.
So, are you ready?
I am so ready.
Let's do the Cristiano thing.
Okay,
on the count of
ready?
three.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3. Roll it, Cristiano! All right, everyone, we're gonna pause the trick shots to do a trick shot contest, father against son. I began to wonder, is it possible that my son has become a better trick shotter than me? What do you say?
I am a better trick shotter.
It's not just possible, you are? All right, well, we're gonna settle it. We're gonna do 5 different shots. We're gonna go half court forward, half court backward, half court hook shot from the corner, and then we're gonna do 2 football shots, 1 full court and 1 from a long ways away sideways with no backwards help. Best 3 out of 5 wins. Good luck, sir. You're gonna need it. He has 3 shots to make it. I made it on my 13th shot. We were doing rounds of 10. I made it on my 3rd shot in this round. If he doesn't make it in the first 3, I win the first round.
Well, it's 3 to tie.
Yes, 3 to tie.
2 or 1 to win. Let's go! Let's go! That was huge!
We just did the full court football throw from under one basket to the other, and Bryson made it in 3 shots. He missed the first 2 and switched the 3rd one, which means I'm probably doomed. But here we go. I got 1 more toss. This is it. Maybe. How do you feel after that one, Bryson?
I feel great.
You don't really feel great. You feel quite bummed out.
No, I feel great.
Did you think there was any chance I'd make it in 3 to tie you?
A slight.
Oh, I crushed your dreams, and as a father, that makes me so happy.
Oh, let's do it again.
He just made it on his first try.
Whose dreams are crushed now?
My dreams are crushed, but I still have a chance to make. He made it on 1. After all my excitement, he made it on 1. Oh, I thought it was good. It was so straight, but it was a bit beefy. 1 to 1. I won the hook shot. He won the full court football throw. We'll see what happens next. Boom! 4th shot! Ha ha! Yeah! 2 to 1. Don't tell him I said this, but the next 2 that we have left, I'm really worried about because he's better at those than I am. I thought I'd win both football ones, but he won the full court. Should be interesting to see how this plays out. right, everyone, it was close, it was intense, but I was able to beat the young Beaver. Bryson, I want to tell you that I am proud of you and good game. Good game. Kids, I hope you enjoyed joining us for That's Fantastic!
All right, I just don't think you're gonna make this.
No, off the wall, it's physics and geometry and just athleticism. Are you
All
ready
right,
for this?
all
Here we
right,
go.
okay.
Okay, ready? Five! All right, we did it!
No, really though, your kids
Yes.
and their friends are legitimately amazing.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, honestly, it was kind of cool because we've never done that before, and so we were like, oh, this is how these guys do it. And I'll be honest with you, some of those took a little bit of time. I
believe that.
But we stayed the course. Like fake nails, we pressed on and just pushed through, and we did it. And some of those, actually one of those we got on the first try.
Really?
Honestly, we did. Right, guys? That's true. That was after we used the pickle jar. But I do need to say this. Those videos were so much fun that I started thinking, hey, what if the kids that are watching started to do this the next week?
I know where you're
and
going.
they set up cameras. Please do a good job of setting up your cameras to give us proper angles. Video it and email it to me directly. I'm gonna give out my personal email address
Whoa.
against all better judgment.
This is a big deal, you guys.
Ryan.Beaver, that's RYAN.BEAVER, like the animal, not the Canadian singer, Ryan.Beaver at Rancho.TV. Send us your videos. I want to put a compilation, which is German for large grouping, of those videos together so that we can show that in one of our future videos.
I would totally take advantage of this, you guys.
And I just want to make sure
I'm
this
excited about
it's
this.
not just basketball shots or sport. I mean, it's random trick shots.
Hey, could it be like bottle flipping?
Oh, bottle flipping, it could be ping pong balls, it could be throwing
Okay,
waffles
okay,
into a
okay.
toaster. We just want to get videos of you having fun, doing things that are kind of cool, so we can show them in the weeks going forward, because
I
there
love
will
this.
be weeks going forward.
I love this. I'm super excited about this.
We are coming to a close, which might be the single saddest part of my week. When we come to the end of our weekly Rancho Kids online service, but we do have to go.
We do, and it just means that week four, not 3, 4.
Make sure you get those seatbelts for the couch because it's coming at you fast.
It's coming real fast.
All right, kids, I hope you've had a blast. Miss Carrie, as always, it has been fun hosting with you. We did violate a little bit, okay, but when we say goodbye, we should do so from a proper distance. All right, are you ready?
All right.
Adioso!
Next time, guys.